Well, I officially went off the wagon today at 9:26 a.m. local time in Walcott, Iowa. Which means that I'm rewarding myself this weekend for the good behavior during the week. So I eat whatever I want and I drink coffee. And this Iowa 80 here has kind of like a Starbucks. You can get Americano, you know, like very nice coffee, espresso based, like $2.68 for a medium cup or 16 ounce. And I went to have a breakfast lunch. And there's no veggies, they just have some fruit. So I had some watermelon, some melon, and then some, you know, a little bit of potatoes, eggs, bacon, some waffles. And the guy next to me is like 2 times wider, like I'm not joking, 2 times wider, probably my age, and he was about, I weigh about what, 170 pounds? That guy for sure was like 250, easy, right? And I always like watching overweight people at the buffet just to see what they take so that I don't take the same thing, you know? Because whatever you eat makes you that way, right? No offense, but it's kind of a habit, a disease. So this guy, he took pretty much the same stuff as I did, only he did not take any fruit. He just, the fruit was on the right side of the counter of this buffet table. And all the goodies, like the, you know, favorite, so to speak, you know, potatoes and grits and all that stuff was on the left side. So this guy just went directly to the left side, so no fiber, no vitamins, and he just heaped a full plate of potatoes and then used 2 or 3 big spoons of some creamy looking sauce, very fatty, and lots of eggs, which is okay, but anyway, it was like a plate, you know, a plate was like this, with a little mountain. And then I finished mine, and I decided to say, it's the off the wagon day, so I went and I wanted some pancakes. They didn't have pancakes, so I got some waffles with some syrup. So I probably have like half a kilo of sugar now in me, and in the form of carbs now. Now this guy, he goes back and he gets exactly the same thing he got the first time. Again, he loads the plate like this with potatoes, with that sauce. I mean, jeez. And I'm pretty sure that he eats like that, not just on the weekend, right, but 7 days a week. And the problem with that is that there's too many carbs, because potato and all that stuff, it has too much sugar, you know. And when you eat too much sugar, sugar is transformed into, turns your body into fat storing mode. And that's how you get overweight, you know, but I don't think he ate any bread. I don't think maybe he took a couple of, there was like small muffins, but, so he probably thinks that he's helping himself by not eating bread, whereas all that potato stuff, and also there was another type, the same kind of potatoes, only they were prepared differently. I forgot how they called, but they were like boiled in oil, and I think there was something on top of them, like a small layer of flour or something, like some weird looking potatoes, kind of like grits or something, but he ate those too. So, not good. For the weekend it's okay, but another good thing that happened is I went to this local version of Starbucks, and I see a guy standing and looking at the list of all the drinks, and he seems kind of lost, and he has the same face as me. I mean, you know, it's like funny, but I look at the guy for 5 seconds, I can tell if he's Russian or not. I cannot tell you if he's like Muslim or, you know, Iranian or Iraqi or whatever, but because I'm from the same country, I recognize immediately the patterns, you know, because this guy is very good looking, you know, just like me, maybe a bit better, because he was much younger, probably like 25, 30 years old. But the same kind of haircut, you know, like short hair and like European features, but the giveaway was he was wearing a leather jacket. And I'm telling you, young guys in Russia, they're all like crazy about leather. They all, you know, dress up like in expensive clothes. Like here, like look at me. Like I wear this, like this hoodie, right? I bought this one, like a very nice jacket, you know, with the hood. What is it? That's the Walls workwear. And I love it, you know. I prefer to wear like heavy duty, I mean lightweight but heavy duty special work clothes, because I don't know, it's kind of like cowboy clothes, you know. And when I was in Russia, me too, I had a leather coat, of course. But I'm telling you, like, I actually, before buying this one, I went to a store and I just tried them on. That leather, it's so heavy, forget it. This coat, it's much lighter, much cheaper, and much warmer. I mean, so what's the point? But anyway, so I turned to this guy. Oh, and his shoes. Another giveaway is they use very expensive shoes, you know, with those curvy noses, you know, like in the front. Leather, you know, so I see the guy, Russian mark, leather jacket and shoes. So I turn to him and I say, Americano очень хороший. Americano is very good, you know. You should try Americano. You Russian? And the guy says, yeah. So and he says, oh, they call it Americano? I said, yeah. I said, espresso and hot water. You should try it. I said, 268. And he looks at it because, you know, all the signs there, they actually, they don't, none of the listings on the board said Americano. They were all like expensive drinks, you know, like $4 or $5, and that's what this guy was staring at. So I just decided to help him out. So it's weird how you can meet your former compatriots, like in such, you know, funny places like Iowa. Anyway, time to get started because I'm starting late. I checked the weather forecast yesterday. I went to a hotel there, Econo Lodge, $44. It was nice, you know, good TV, clean room, warm, and it was -8 Celsius yesterday, which is what, 20 Fahrenheit. But now everything is melting, and I think it's maybe 35, 36 Fahrenheit. But the important thing is why I waited. It's already 10:45 local time, because the Weather Channel said the wind was turning. At around 11 o'clock local time, the wind was turning from straight south to southwest and then eventually to west, and the speed was dropping and it's becoming warmer. So hopefully my fuel mileage today will be a bit better than yesterday. But they said there's going to be a chance of snow. I'm going to go through Chicago. But the worst thing is I wanted to go to Battle Creek, Michigan, which is again 5.5 hours from here, going east. And then I checked my permits, and I forgot to check Michigan, because Michigan is always, you know, something funny about those guys. It's like California. They always have their own rules. So these guys allow you to run 7 days a week if you're 10 feet wide or less, like me, but they limit you in terms of hours. You can only travel till 3 p.m. local time. So there goes my Battle Creek destination, because Eastern time is 11:45, and of course as soon as I leave Indiana and enter Michigan, I get into the Eastern time zone. So I have 3 hours left, and Chicago is 3 hours from here, like Gary, Indiana, Lake Station, Indiana. So I think, yeah, I'm not gonna have time, so I'll just go to Lake Station, to the Big Flying J, and see what happens. But if it's 180 miles, so that should leave me only 300 miles for tomorrow to my destination in London, Ontario, near London. So that's okay, because tomorrow I'll start early. I cannot wait again like today, but I was really frustrated with that 4.4 miles per gallon. Better than the Army tank, but you know, ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna start rolling, and here's some footage I took inside the Iowa 80. So while I'm getting to the interstate, you guys can check this out in case someone never been inside the world's biggest truck stop.
always see a heavy shopper. What did he buy? Steel, steering wheel. Yeah, the guy is walking. I think that he's a Lancer driver because I have the same hat. But his hat, did you see that? His hat is like a summer hat with just, what they call it? Just, it's not material, real material on the back on his head, but kind of like multiple vents. You know what I mean? Like a very thin kind of material. So he was carrying a custom steering wheel. These guys sell a lot of those. Alright, where's this K-Whopper going? I don't know what's the fascination with these beasts, you know, but everybody likes these Kenworth 900. Well, okay, it does look good from the side. Yeah, I can see it. I like that kind of sleeper, you know, mid-roof sleeper. I don't know. Maybe that should be my next truck. Who knows? That will depend on my money situation. And some people were asking me when I'm gonna buy a new truck. Well, that's an easy question to answer because right now I cannot afford a $2,500 payment each month. But I will be able to afford that. Where's this guy going? Hey, this is Canada. We drive on the right side. Alright. Now that guy learned a lesson, I hope. Oh, he was just probably trying to turn somewhere. Well, that's another favorite of many old-timers. Peterbilt 379. The most fuel-efficient truck on the road.
After 50 meters, turn left to 15th Street.
But honestly, out of these two, voice guidance off. Alright, so my GPS is dim. But out of these two, like Peterbilt and Kenworth 900, I would take Kenworth anytime. Because I think that's a better truck. And I read somewhere that now Peterbilt is made in China, which does not actually, no, it's still too much confidence. Alright, which way is Canada? See, like, no signs, nothing. Like, how do I know which way is home? Should be a clear sign. Canada this way, Russia this way, you know, like they have at the North Pole. 5,000 miles to Houston, Texas, you know, like 10,000 miles to Moscow, Russia. I wonder how far Russia is from here. I think if it's 550 miles to London, Ontario, another 500 to New York. So that's 1,000 miles to New York, and I think from there it's probably 5,000 miles. Yeah, probably 6,000 or 7,000 miles, I would say. Alright, my marker lights on, roof beacon on. Alright, the wind now should be blowing from at least southwest. But I don't see any flags to verify that forecast. Mayflower. You know, that's not a good name for winter. I think they should change it in the winter to ice sculpture. That would fit better with the environment. Because Mayflower can consume some people. Yeah, so we have one pilot and one TA on that side where I came from, and on this side there's a pilot, another pilot, a big hotel. Oh yeah, Best Western. I stayed there, and there's CB radios and electronics dealer. And now you can take a look at the IO80 from this side. Now check out the picture on the right. Tractor trailers in the ditch. A couple of tow trucks trying to get him out. Swift. Buddy, how did he get in there? And the cool thing is that he did not flip over. He just he stands he's straight, and I saw there was a cable hooked up to the front of the truck, so hopefully they can just pull him out. You know, 2014 should be a turning point for this one-man trucking operation. Why? Because in a few months, maybe in March, April, I'll be able to sell my second trailer flatbed, and that alone will increase my monthly income by $900. That's what I pay for the trailer plus the parking fee, $900. And then exactly 1 year from now, in January 2015, I have a small debt where I'm still paying every month for something that I don't even have anymore, right? That's another $500. And that one expires in January next year. So combine that one with a flatbed, that's $1,400. So 1 year from now, even if I keep doing the same thing I'm doing now, my income will increase by $1,400. That's pretty cool. All I have to do is decide, you know, how I want to spend that, because my truck is getting old, and I keep saving money for the double drop trailer, but we'll see what happens next year. So maybe I'll go independent, or I'll buy a new truck, or I'll buy a used, very old beat-up double drop and then fix it up. We'll see. But this year, for sure, should be very interesting. Well, I'm driving in Illinois. This is exit 102 or 103. Basically, not too far from Chicago. And as you can see, there's hardly any snow on the ground. It's +1 Celsius or 33 F. And I think the wind did change the direction, so it's blowing at an angle now. the fuel mileage, you know. And I just talked to my friend who has a 2006 Volvo with the Cummins. I asked him, and he's pulling tankers, and normally his weight, load weight, is about 45,000. I said, what's your fuel mileage in winter? He said the same thing. He goes through some bad hills in northern Ontario, and it's like minus 20, and he's heavy. He said last winter he was, and it's a Volvo, right, aerodynamic truck, up there he only did like 3.5 miles per gallon. And I was like, it's not me, it's all trucks, no matter whether you are a Peterbilt that's passing me or you're a Volvo International. When it's windy, cold, and there's a wind, and you have a heavy load, that's it, you're done. Alright, I'm in Lake Station, Indiana. Just stop for a second. This what is it? Road Ranger? I see that gray Freightliner. Just talked to that guy. He's an owner-operator with Midwest Carriers Group, and that truck is 2009. We just talked about fuel mileage, and he says he got a Detroit DD15. I said, can you get 8 miles per gallon? He said no, but he said maybe 7, you know. But he says they have a guy, an owner operator, that has a KW900 Kenworth, many people's favorite, and pulling the same kind of a reefer. He says that guy does 5 to 5.5 miles per gallon. So if you do lots of miles, you know, 1 mile per gallon difference, that's $1,000 a month. And I just talked to another guy, actually my viewer, who gets 4 miles per gallon because he has an old cab over truck. But he does not do too many miles. He only does like original haul. But I don't know. They're like all these. Oh yeah, and this guy in the gray Freightliner, he said his truck is 09, right? But he said some of the guys have like brand new trucks, like 12 or 13. And he says, yeah, those can get 8 miles per gallon on the same kind of 40,000 pound load. Like, that's freaking amazing, you know? And that's one thing I like about Freightliner. I know like everybody hates them, right? But the parts are cheap. You can find them anywhere. Probably even a pharmacy, a local pharmacy will sell some parts for Freightliner. But the best thing I like is that the best feature is that you can get everything on your truck from the same company. The engine, Detroit, like DD16, 600 horsepower. You can have Detroit transmission. You can have Detroit axles, you know. So you only go to one place to service your truck. And that's what I like. So, I don't know. Like I said, next year, my income should increase by about $1,400. We'll see, maybe I'll buy a new truck. So, stay tuned. And I'm back at the same Flying J where I was what seems like a week ago. Remember, on the way to, where was it? Oh, on the way to Michigan, and then back from Michigan to Western Canada. You know, it's all a mix-up now. I don't remember. Like, I did so many miles. Oh, check this out. 3.78 credit or 3.72 per gallon US. But the This is Indiana. Oh, what I want to do is they have a boss shop here. I want to stop and check if maybe they might have my marker lights for the trailer, because we are near Chicago. There's lots of dealers here, so maybe they can get these marker lights, because otherwise I know there's a dealer where I live, but again it's like 30 miles from my parking area in Cambridge, so I have to tow the trailer over there just to have the stupid marker lights fixed. So let's go ask him. But that's it for the day. Thanks guys and gals for watching. So have a good weekend and be safe. Just one more day and I'll be in Ontario, and where I'm really impatient to get my my new dash cam, the one that will have a external mic, a much wider angle, so you'll be able to see me, you'll be able to see the windshield, you'll be able to see the end of my trailer, all on the same camera. Well, I'm just kidding about the end of the trailer, but you know, I'm just expecting some unbelievable professional quality out of this earth footage. Stay tuned.